I'm laughing. Pamela Jones. Well, I'm ready. Mug of tea and headphones on. He is watching golf.
Sounds good.
Brilliant. What a day. I know it has been a day. I can't even talk about it. So we're not going to. We're going to introduce you to our brand new card template that we were going to do this morning, but now we're doing it tonight. And we're on at 5 o'clock. I know. What do you think about that? Do you like being on at 5 o'clock? Let us know what you think. 5 o'clock. And 6 o'clock, of course. Right, so first of all, let me introduce you to the team. We've got our lovely Laura on cameras. You were going to shadow producers today, weren't you, kid? Ended up packing orders in the warehouse. I tell you, we all jump in when we need to. We've got Sophie in the driving seat.
Hiya.
And we've got Corinne, who is going to demonstrate for you. Right, let me tell you a little bit about live shopping, how it works, where to watch us, etc, etc. Now then, you can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram and our website, which is Highlight Crafts. If you want to shop while you watch, you can do that on our social pages. And to do that, each product that we show you has what we call a shop code. And all you need to do to purchase that is type the word shop and then that code, and that will pop that product into a basket. You'll then get a message, a direct message with a link in it. Use that link to take you to highlightcrafts.com, where you can log into your accounts and then check out those baskets, because the sooner you do, the sooner we can pick and pack your orders and get that happy post coming to your front door. Now then, if you would prefer to watch and shop on our website, you can also do that. It's good, isn't it? And Sean done a good job of the website. It's brilliant, isn't it? And it's fast. I love that. Can't be doing my websites where it keeps loading forever. It's really cool. So if you want to do that, every time we go live, the products in that show will appear down the right hand side of your screen. You then just select the ones you want to buy. They'll go into a little purple bag at the top of your screen, and when you're ready to log in and check out, click on that bag and that will take you through that process. So it's super, super easy. If you're brand new to us, first of all, welcome. It's nice to have your company. Pop a little hi into the comments underneath the video so we can give you a really nice warm highlight welcome. But please don't shop with us until you have gone to our website and opened an account, because as soon as you open an account with us, you automatically become a member of our club, and there's no fees, so everybody can join. But what it does mean is that every single time you shop with us, you won't pay the price on your screen, because you'll get extra discount. You'll also get loyalty points back that you can build up in the background and use against a bigger purchase, or you can spend them as you go along. It's entirely up to you. And if you get your basket spent £35 or more after discounts, we're going to pay you postage. So that £2.95 could go through towards your templates, which is cool, isn't it? Right, I think that's housekeeping done. Right, Corinne, tell us all about this then, please.
So, not long after I joined Highlight Crafts, been here a couple of weeks now, and they were saying if there's any templates that you fancy introducing, then let us know. And this was one of the first ones that I passed through. So it's sort of a hidden folds, so you can see it's got quite a lot of depth to it. It's got a wrap around the front. If I slide the wrap around, you'll see I've used the gorgeous Tattered Lace collection on the front and all these gorgeous papers, and then I can open it out, and then I've got all these elements that are going to pop out in there. Now, what I love about this is that it's just one configuration. I'm going to show you, we can change the configuration. You can have different combinations on here, depending on how you're going to do it, what you're going to put on, whether you want sentiments, whether you want images, however you want it, you can change it. And you don't need this piece on if you want, then it just becomes like a gatefold card, but with all of the hidden folds inside. So I just love that. We're going to give you the stencil for the wrap, we're going to give you the stencil for the card base, and then we're going to give you the stencil for the different size, let's come folds for inside, and then you choose the combination that you want. And within reason, any combination will work. I'll show you like that, and they just pop up. See, they pop up beautifully, but then fold perfectly flat. They fold as flat as the mats and layers that you've put on it will allow.
So it's not a traditional pop-up card where everything's cut in.
No.
This is your ability, your time to be able to use your creativity to make this the way that you want it to be. So for example, you could have it like that with 3 of those in. You could have it like that. So you can mix and match, which is really cool, right?
So this one's not got that tab on the front. Took that off. Just put that on.
And then this one is like that. Okay, so you can mix and match. You could have 2 of those, you could have 6 of those, you could have 4 of those, whichever way you want to do it. I think it's really clever. So you've got all of this, and I like that because you're not just buying a pop-up, you're buying the pop-ups that you can make your own, which is super, super cool. Did I get mats and layers with it as well, Corinne?
As a download.
As a download.
Yep,
okay.
mats and layers are all available as a download. They'll come straight to you, and then you'll print them off. Print them off 3 times, and then you can do that.
Is that the artwork? Is that an extra item?
No. It'll be on their order. When they get that, they'll get a link on their order item, and that will take them straight to it. Or you can just go to the product on the website, and the link to the download will be there.
Okay, and instructions?
And instructions are all there too.
Perfect. Right, so if you want the template to be able to make that, it's cool, isn't it? Like it. Shop, can we put the code on for the templates, please, Soph? Shop stencil, $7.99 will get you that one. Right, Corinne.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a lot of stencil there when you look. I mean, we've done different ones. I think you've got a lot there to be able to craft with.
I mean, you could just use the card base if you want it by itself. You can just have it like that if that's what you want to do. Nice, isn't it? Or you could have that part twice.
Yep.
And have it so that it opens out like a jacket. Put a little collar in it. All of that. Right. Do you want to go and get ready for demo?
I'll take this
and
one,
I'll talk about the rest of the stuff
you.
that we've got on the counter. Right, now then, SVGs. Yes, of course we have. $4.99. Now tomorrow in the shows, we've got quite a lot of new SVGs for you. So we've got this. We've got A Moment of Peace, which is beautiful. I've just been working with that one. And we've got Family Favourites. We're going to focus on this in the first couple of shows, because what I'm going to do is show you how you can take this and make all the little pop-ups so you can put sentiments in. It's really cool. Worked it out today. See, this is where the universe delivered today. It was horrible, and the people that did it need locking up and the key throwing away, in my opinion. But this is going to be, I got to play a bit more today, so I can show you that tomorrow. It's all measured out, all cut, all ready to go. So if you want this as an SVG file, it's $4.99 before your discount, right? Now, if you want to stay at home and work out all the measurements and now you put all the lines in, absolutely fabulous, go ahead. But I'll tell you, it'll take you more than it'll cost you more in time than it will for the $4.99 that you're going to get it as an SVG, and you will get demonstrations on this tomorrow. So we'll make it as it is, and then we'll go in and we'll change it up, because that's what we're doing, scan and cut, isn't it? Right, shop SVG, $4.99 before your discount will get you that, right? Perfect. Right, now then, let's have a look at some card, because when you're doing construction, I actually use the thick posh card for the scan and cut one today, because you want that. When you've got a card that's kinetic, people are going to pick it up and do this. So you need to make sure that it's nice and sturdy. And I would highly recommend that you get the Pure Print 300 GSM, because most printers won't take 300 GSM. So we bring this in so that you can use it for your construction, and it's fabulous for that, because you want that rigidity. Remember, you're going to have score lines. It's going to be opened and shut a lot. So this is a great card to use. Now you're going to get 50 sheets. I would use this on my scan and cut for construction as well, if that's what you wanted to do. Shop card, $12.99 will get you 50 sheets. Also, if you like your alcohol marker colouring, this, perfect. Absolutely fabulous, because it's got that slightly longer fibre, but it's thick. It doesn't saturate the card from top to bottom very quickly, because once it's saturated top to bottom, the only place it can go is out. So we use a really nice thick quality card. Shop card $12.99 will get you that. Right, the SVGs are very, very, very busy. Let's talk about the black card. Now this is like, it's not a jet black, it's like a very, very expensive grey pinstripe suit without the pinstripes. It's got a lovely, you can almost see the fibres in it. It's not textured, but it gives that look and feel. Now you're going to get 20 sheets of this for $14.99. Shop 20 will get you that. Again, solid core, great for your scan and coat. So pop that into your basket as well, because black and white would look really striking, wouldn't it? And then a pop of colour to decorate it all up. Now then, construction, you're going to need some tape to glue it all together. We have a bit. We've got a little bit of this. Honestly, this tape, in 38 years of doing something creative for a living, this is the best tape and the easiest tape to use that I've ever come across. And that is a big statement, because I've used a lot of tape in my time. Red liner tape drives me insane, because you can't get the backing off, and when you do it sticks to you, it drives you crazy. If you use red liner tape for construction rather than a wet glue, which is why you've always seen me use a wet glue, the red liner tape has a slight depth to it, so it can make it bulky when you're gluing a tab to a straight edge. If you want a really, really, really top quality tape at a silly, silly price, this is the one for you. Now, this is what we call a tissue tape. So first of all, you can tear it, so it's easy to tear. Secondly, it's super, super, super thin, which means that you don't get that bulk. It's strong if you want it to be when you burnish it down, but you can also roll it off. It's really clever tape. Now, the thing for me is, you know that brown envelope that comes through your door and you're like, I really don't want to pay that bill, but you have to keep your household running? This is that brown envelope. So we don't want to buy tape because it's boring, isn't it? It's that stuff, that thing that we really don't want to buy, because it doesn't enhance. It's not like printer paper, which really does make a difference. It's tape and nobody sees it. So we want to pay as little as possible, but we also want the best quality. This is absolutely for you. Now then, in each pack, you're going to get 3 rolls. So you get a 1/4 inch, a 1/2 inch, and a 1 inch roll. On each of the rolls, you get 84 foot. 84 foot times 3 in each pack. And you're getting 10 packs. That pack is costing you £1.80 before your discount. That means it's 60 pence a roll. 60 pence for 84 metres of the best tape you'll ever use. It's brilliant. Shop tape, $17.99. Get it while we've got it. Stephanie ordered thousands of rolls, but there's a lot of you bought this, so get this in your basket. If you run a craft group, take it to craft group and sell it to them for $4.99 a pack. They'll be thrilled to bits with that. Just saying, canny crafters. Right, let's talk about this, shall we? Because there's a couple of you with this in your baskets, and this is our Kit and Caboodle. Kit and Caboodle is our tool brand. This is our trimmer slash scoreboard slash box maker slash envelope maker slash perforator slash curvy edge cutter, all of it. It's brilliant. Right, so guillotine, listen. Oh, I love that noise. You hear it? That is a sign of a good quality trimmer. You can hear it, listen. Fabulous. You've also got a finger press here, so it protects your fingers. There's also, if you take it right up to the top and it won't shut, there's a safety lock on it. So you can lock it so it won't just drop down. And then when you want it to come down, you just pull it out slightly and it pushes back down. You've got your inches and your centimetres on here as well. And you'll notice that you've got your foam feet on this side. You're like, why is the foam feet on that side? Surely it needs to be on the other side. Well, it is as well, because on the other side, you've then got a scoreboard. All right, so if you want to do your scoring with your templates, you can do it, mark it with your pencil, bring it to your scoreboard, score it. You've got your scoring tool and your box and envelope maker. I can never get these out because I've got silly nails. I can't get to them. Can't get to it. Drives me mad. Have you got any tweezers, Corinne?
Oh, pokey tool there. And tweezers. I did have tweezers.
I can't get that out.
You got it?
No, I can't get it out.
Oops, sorry. Nope.
No. Anyway, you have got, and yours will come out. I think ours has just been rammed in a few too many times. You've got a little board in here, and a scoring tool that comes out. Now on the little board, we've actually blown that up, and there are instructions on our website on the product because it's tiny writing and everyone wanted it bigger, so that's what we did for you. So you've got your scoreboard. You've also got a corner rounder in here as well. Forgot about that bit. So you've got your corner rounder. You've then got a blade on this side that will give you either a perforation, or you flip it the other way and it gives you a curvy edge. This is a really, really good deal. $34.99 for a piece of equipment that will last you a long time. I love the fact that it's metal on metal, because that really does make a difference, and that will come out on yours, I promise. It's just that ours will have been shoved back in like that. Right, now then, on top of that, you're going to get all of this embossed card. This is fabulous. Get your inks out, get your paints out, spritzers out, all that kind of thing. You're going to get, how many sheets in each one? Is it 30, Soph? Can you have a look for me? Because it's not on the details. I think it's 30. Does it tell you? No. Of course it doesn't. Right, we'll count it.
I think it's 32.
It's how many?
I think it's 30.
4 of
30.
8 designs.
1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that's 32. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I'm going to say there's 30 sheets in there. But you're getting 2 lots. So you're getting all of that card plus that. Have we got the card on its own, Soph?
No, we have the trimmer on its own. So the trimmer on its own is $29.99.
Right, $29.99. So for £5, you're going to get all of that. Doesn't really matter what's on it, does it, at that price? Look at it. You've got hearts, you've got flowers, you've got butterflies, you've got roses in there, you've got more hearts, you've got all of this ditzy daisies, you've got text and script, you've got brick walls, you've got diagonals, you've got all sorts, numbers, all of this lot, dots, polka dots, stripes, all of that. And the great thing about buying this white is that you can colour it yourself. So you can make it fit your project. Rather than us bringing you this in all the different colours, you're like, well, actually, I'd like that in yellow. You can do that. That is a cracking deal with that. £5 for that lot. Brilliant. And that's before your discount. I know we're good, aren't we? Right, come back here with me. I just want to recap what we're bringing you here. Anyone who has not got the tape in their craft stash, get it. You will never use anything else for any project you do. That's our Fran. Thanks, Fran. It's good, isn't it? It is good, and that price is amazing. Right, let's talk about templates, shall we? So if you fancy upping your game a bit with your card making, look at this. So you're going to get the template that shows you the actual base card itself. You're then going to open up this panel here. We'll cut that panel there. This panel, we'll cut that one there. And then you've also got a smaller one, which I think might be in one of these. That one. So then that one will do that one. And you can see you can mount them on top of itself. Now, because these are all independent, you can mix and match, which is super cool. And I think it's a really good way of just doing something a little bit different. The mats and layers are available as a download, which you'll find on the website, which is great, or it will come with your order, so you can print that off and you get your mat layers. But what a great idea to be able to make a kinetic card that you can then change. You can make your own, because that's what we do, isn't it? We want to put our personality into it, our spin into it. Imagine this with your Lux decals on. You could have different ones on here. Imagine this with words and sentiments and all that kind of thing. Imagine building this and decorating it with that embossed card that you've got over there. Great opportunity to get a really diverse card shape, something a little bit different, for $7.99. $7.99. And on here you will see that what we've done is we've told you which part it is. So this is the card base. We've done the score, and if there's a V at the side of it, it means it's a valley fold. If there's an M at the side of it, it means it's a mountain fold. So it even tells you which way to fold it. Shop stencil, we'll get you that one for $7.99. If your TV's gone off, Soph. If you want it as SVG files, we've got that for you as well. Now tomorrow, now you can't make it much bigger because it fills an A4 at the moment. If you've got a 12 by 24 inch mat, you could then do that. My thought is, if you put it on your mat like that, you could actually divide, you could split it. You know how we split shapes in Canvas? You could split it on these points, add a tab on and elongate it if you wanted to. We'll have a play around with that tomorrow. And I'm also going to show you how you can put sentiments inside. So you can make the little pop-up so you can put your sentiments on as well. So tomorrow morning at 8 and 12 probably, that's what we're going to be doing in the scan and cut. And we will also have a look at a moment of peace, which is absolutely beautiful. And you could use that in here as well. It's great, isn't it? Love it. Shop SVG $4.99. Pop it into your basket, get those baskets checked out, because you could be downloading this tonight and making your cards. Right, Corinne, over to you for a demo,
You
please.
certainly can. Right, okay. So the other criteria, apart from we needed some interesting templates, was they all need to fit onto A4 card. So you're going to need a few sheets of A4 because you're going to need one for your main card base. You're going to need some for your next bits. So if I show you here, I've got another piece of card. So I can put panel 1 on. I can also get panel 2 on, and I could get panel 3 on if that's what I wanted. And if I wanted 2 panel 2s, I could get those there. Then I could put panel 3 there. And then the wrap will fit across here. So I could get this quite easily out of 2 sheets of A4 if that's how I wanted to do it. So that's sort of the criteria is, you know, you need to be able to fit it through. So let me show you. I've got some already cut and scored, but I'm going to show you how easy it is. So as I always say, I'm a lazy crafter or thrifty crafter. So I always, why cut more than I need to? So I'm giving it a tap and make sure it's popped down. I'm using 2 full sides on there. So I'm going to get my pencil and then I'm just going to draw across here and then down there. And then these ones, it tells me these are all score lines. So I'm just going to do intermittent lines there. A little bit at the top, a little bit at the bottom and a few in the middle, just so that I know. That's just my own personal code to tell me it's a score line for once I take the stencil off. So we can take that off and there we go. It's all there. This is why you want to get a good trimmer like this one, because all right, this is going to make life so much easier. So when you get your trimmer, you need to, can you hear? I've knocked it up against the top here, and that is really important to make sure it's square. I can see where my pencil line is, and then as Mel said, you just take it out and there you go, perfect. Let's whizzy that round, pop that up. Do you know, to have a paper trimmer where the handle doesn't fall down, you don't realise what a blessing it is, because my one at home, I end up supporting it with my shoulder. It's so dangerous. I really need to. So always make sure I'm square against the top. I've lined it up here, I've lined it up there. I'm holding it tight with my finger press, and then down I go. So not only is this protecting your fingers, but it's also holding your cardstock straight. Because if you don't hold it straight, if I just show you, this is a scrappy piece. If I just put it on there and I don't hold it, it can move. And I'm not guaranteed that that's going to be perfectly straight. It's not going to do it with a small piece, but sometimes, you know, when you've got a piece that's a bigger piece and you don't use your finger press, the card will move and then, you know, then you're stuck. So I'm going to flip it back over, and then I can do my scoring lines. So as Mel said, you could, I don't want to perforate it, I'm not going to do that, I'm going to do it on here. So I'm going to pop it on to there. I'm going to line it up with a score. So I've got one here, and then I'm just going to bring it down a little bit. I can line it up there, line it up there. This one's actually got a nice black mark in, so I can see that I'm lining it up. And then I can just score down. And then I can do that one and score all the way down. I'm going to flip it round, and then I'm just going to line it up. I can see it's nice and square, and that's all it takes. So all we need to do is we just need to fold it. We can pop. I've lost the score tool out of that one. It's gone walkies. I inherited when I came here, and somebody's borrowed it and forgotten to return it. So if you remember, it said those were valleys, so you can see they're valleys, they're coming down and up, but this one is a mountain. So I can put that, and you can see that's what we mean by a mountain. You can see, look, it comes up and then down, rather than down, valley, and then mountain. So it's really, really straightforward. And then we can do it. I've just gone the wrong way. There we go. Sorry, that was my fault talking. There we go, mounting that way. And that is it. Now it's up to you. Do you want the flap on the right, or do you want the flap on the left? There is no right or wrong way. If you want it just as a gatefold, when you get to this point, just trim that off. So what you can do is when you have it onto here, instead of drawing that as a score line, draw it as a solid line, and that's, you know, as something to cut against. So it's really, really easy. So I've then also cut out a couple of these, as you saw. I've got this one here. So these are really straightforward. So fold them round, and they all go in the same direction, just like that. And that, so this bit won't meet there, and that is what you're wanting to achieve. So you're getting 3 sides and then a little tab. So we've also want one of the larger ones, the second size. Let's do 2 of those. I think that's what I've done the mats and layers for. And then here. Oh, I was going to show you as well. I've got, now I haven't brought in, I thought I printed off the mats and layers, but I have didn't. So you've got everything. So we've done this, cut out the card base template piece and score and fold on the score lines where instructed to create a gatefold card. And then, right, I wrote myself a note here, put on the inside mats, because if you start to stick this on, so we're going to stick this on, I'm going to stick it on that way around, Corinne. We're going to stick this on here. I now can't put my mat layer on the back. Can you see? Because I'll have stuck onto here. So the best thing I can recommend is when you get to this point, we then put our mats and layers on. Inside, outside, it's entirely up to you.
Do
so
you need
then
me to go and get them?
I've got the mats and layers. No, it was the printed one I've forgotten to bring in. Well, I thought it was in this bundle. Whether it's been moved today, I don't know, because I thought it was here. And then you've got all of the instructions. They're all there. So let me show you. I'll show you, because visually it's so much easier to see. So I can see this on here. And I'm going to print that, put that onto there. Actually, I'm going to use this one because then I know I'm definitely on the right size one. So I've done it all on the same size. There we go. Right. And you're going to ask me what that paper pad is, and I've forgotten. Can you remember?
I have no idea which one, when seeing that little bit, I don't know. Was it a micro studio?
I think so, yeah.
Wasn't one of the mini rice papers?
No, I think I printed it the first week I was here, and then it was on my desk, so I thought I'll use it, and then I couldn't find it again to remember. I bet there's some clever person in those comments is going to tell me straight away, because they did it to me last time when I didn't remember what I'd printed out. Right, so
you're using your tape Dr.
I am using my tape Dr. Tape, and I'm going to pop that. Yep, I'm going to, right, so let me make a decision. I'm going to have the extra little flap on the right. That's my decision made. And I'm going to pop this onto here. Now I'm doing that because I can see the way the writing is. And it's just something I like to do to make sure that's on. Now, on the mats and layers, you get 3. I found that 2 was enough. Becky was very clever and she did all 3 if you wanted to. So I just used 2 and then edged it all in black. And I'll show you how I did that in a minute.
Did you do the 2 that were closest together?
Yes, I did.
So if you
do the 2 largest.
If you do mats and layers and they're very close together, it makes a really elegant look. What you could do is use the largest and the smallest, which if you're making them for children, because it'll give you a completely different look and feel. So you've got options there.
Yeah. So you can see on here, all I've done here, look, is I've added in the extra black layer onto here. So I just thought these went really well. I'm just looking at which ones I think, yep, these ones I shall do. I'm going to just I'll go on to the 1/2 inch, I think, on here. Years ago, I remember years and years ago, Nancy saying to me, if you tear tissue tape, it's really hard to get the back off. And she was right. It was, but with this just tears.
That is tissue tape.
Regular tissue tape, I meant, any other tissue tape.
Finger lift tape is a
Finger lift
nightmare.
tape.
This tape is absolutely phenomenal. You will not regret buying that. And sometimes the quality of a product is not reflected in the price. This is one of those times. Because if you can get that lot, seriously, you'll see customer after customer after customer commenting on how good this tape is. It really is phenomenal. And the 1-inch pieces are good for things like this because it enables you to put it almost right across the card. The other time I use the 1-inch is if I want to create my own double-sided tape card.
Yeah.
So you can put strips down and match it up edge to edge and go right the way across an A4 sheet. And then so if you die cut that, it will keep all the lacy detail in. Or you can use it to make your own, use it with your gilding, your metal leaf, to make your own mirror kind of card, things like that. So if you're not used to using 1-inch tape, it's fine. You can use it for all sorts of different things. It's great to have. Also, instead of doing your buying lots and lots of specialist card like metallic card and mirror card, just put this around the edge of a piece of white card. Use up all your scraps of foil or your metal leaf, and you can create your own foam mats and layers with it as well.
You certainly can. It's, glitters, foils, anything like that would work really, really well, wouldn't it? There we go. Right. I'm going to put that one on to there. Now, again, I think I say it every time that I do these. When you are doing something like this, my other top tip to take your card to another level is make sure that this lines up there and your mats and layers line up across there, because that's what's going to elevate your projects. That's what's going to lift it to the next level, is when you open it up and you see straight lines across there and straight lines across there. It really, really does lift it. Okay, so this is really easy to do. So I'll show you how to do this and we can put the mats and layers on in a minute. So put a piece of tape onto there. And that's going to go on like that. And then I'm going to go in with the 1/2 inch and I'm going to pop it, on to there. Oh, that fits just snugly, really snug. So I'm going to show you on here, look. Let me show you. So when you open it up, can you see we put the smallest tab along the straight edge and then we let the fold back one stick down afterwards. By what that I mean, so what we're going to do is we're going to pop this piece on here. I'm going to use that to measure it up to, so you can see why I needed to put that mat and layer on first. So I'm going to pop that on first, I'm going to measure that up, and then I'm going to press it down. So that's stuck on there. Okay, that's folded there. So then I'm going to take that off. I'm going to just remember my yeah, that's right. So open it back up, fold it over, tuck that under and press it down. See, look, you think, oh, that's not going to work, but then look, perfect right angles. Isn't that so clever? Really, it works every single time. So then I've got my mat and layer to go on here. You actually have mats and layers for that one, but I'm not going to put them on there because I'm going to cover most of that up. So I thought I wouldn't. That was just my choice. That's not going to fit, so I'm going to go a big one. And this is a great thing about having that multiple configurations of this tape, is I've been able to work out exactly what, get it to work, can't I? I've used 2 big pieces or a big piece and a middle piece. You can use whatever you want. Which way up? That way.
So the person, I'm sorry I can't name you because I can't see your name on our screen, but yes, absolutely, the SVGs comes with all the mats and layers, and tomorrow I'm going to show you how you can switch it up and make something different with it as well. So we'll start with the original one, and then we'll go on to the one where you can really switch it up. We've got sentiments going on. And I'm also going to use a new Micro Studio download, which Diane did. And Diane and I are up next with a Micro Studio. You do not want to miss 6 o'clock. The download and the resin decals are absolutely beautiful. And Diane has cancelled her plans for tonight and is staying to do the show because we've had a bit of a day today here at Highlight Crafts. Thanks to some stupid humans who decided to do something illegal, and honestly, why do people do that?
I don't know.
I can't even get involved in that conversation because
No.
it drives me crazy.
Right, okay, so what we're going to do next, we're going to do exactly the same. We're going to do the short side onto there, and then we're going to let it fold round onto that one, and then we've got the same on that one. I cut 2 of the smaller ones. If you want to, you can do as many as you want. So we're going to do it exactly the same. Poke it up. We're going to pick that one up. So I like to, if I'm going to do 2, I like to have them both here so that I can see my spacing. So I can see, look, I've got the same there, and I've now got the same there. I'm only going to stick one down at a time because I want to hold it. I'm just going to fold that over and let that pick it up. You can see it's picked it up. So let's do the other one. So it makes sense to do that. Oops, Corinne, nearly took the wrong one off. So then I can look at what gap I've got there, put the same gap here. If you want to measure it, measure it. I'm doing it by eye. I'm quite happy that I've got it right. And pick it up. This is where using a dry glue is what I call tape. It is beneficial to using a wet glue, because if it's a wet glue, you're sort of burnishing. I like my wet glues, but this actually makes it life a lot easier.
And if you get it in the wrong place, you can take it off.
So I'm going to fold those back. I'm going to pop that, just a minute. Yeah. No, it's that way. Think it through, Corinne. Put that one on there. No, I was right. I was. This is. I'm going to prove it now, Mel.
If you breathe on it,
it
moistens the tape a little bit.
There we go. Let's do. Yes, that's right. Do that like that. There we go. Can you see? I just had a minute then. So fold that one over, fold that one over, press that down, and then we've got that. So I've got some mats and layers for there.
And just think about all the different papers that we bring you here at Highlight Crafts, and you know, if you're looking at it and thinking, well, you know, I'd rather have the pattern smaller, absolutely you can do that. When you get to your print settings, most printers will give you an option to select how many you want per page. So you can make it, you could have one whole A4 sheet where your pattern went right the way across it, and then your mats and like all your pop-up elements, cut those from the same piece of another sheet. It's all these different things that you could do. You could stamp it, you could draw on it, you could do all sorts of different things with this. What we're giving you is the raw template here, where you take this. It's not like a regular pop-up card where it pops up in that position. You can mix and match all of these extra elements in here so that it works for you. That's the great thing about it. And of course, if you're getting the SVGs, which we will go into more detail with tomorrow in the scan and cut shows, honestly, the way you can work with that is brilliant. And if you've got a 12 by 24 inch mat and an A3 card from our posh card, you can make them even bigger or wider.
Oh, got one there. Right, so once you've done that, I'm going to show you, you can then think, do you want this one on here or on here? If you want to put it onto here, I'll show you on this. You're just going to have to think about where you put your adhesive, because you could put it onto there, but you wouldn't want your adhesive underneath just there. Can you see? Because every time you folded it shut, it would stick to the back. So if you do want to change it from here down onto here, yep, it's going to work absolutely perfectly, but just think about your glue.
So just pull that up again and get it centralised for me. Right, so if you take a pencil now, if you're doing this, and where that black edge is on the top and the bottom and the pieces behind it, just make a little pencil mark, and then you'll know exactly where your tape needs to go.
There you go. So what you would do, you would tape it here. I haven't centred it up very well, and you tape it there. Can you see? But it's just a thought. I just wanted to point that out, that you can have it here, you can have it there, but if you want it there, and I think the yellow one that I did, I had to think that through on there, the one that up with Mel, it was so that I could put that like that. I had to do, oh, thank you. Pretty certain it's that one. Oh no, it was the red one, sorry. Choice of two and I got the wrong one. There we
Give
go.
you all of them and then you can show them all.
Thank you. So can you see, I've done that here. Bless you. So I just had to make sure that there was no adhesive just there. Because if I'd have put adhesive there every time I shut it, it would have stuck. So just to be thought about. There we go. Right, okay. I've got a lot on here, haven't I? So then we're going to put this one on to here. Or not that one, because that one's got pen mark on it. No, I don't want. So let's get this extra one. Luckily I cut a spare one. It was as if I knew, wasn't it? So let's cut that, cut that. There we are. Have I got that one? Yep, the right one. So
What I would do with your mats and layers is make yourself some little templates out of card. So every time then you can just draw around that, or measurements, just write your measurements down. So every time you come back to do another one, you know exactly what size you need. I think that's a really, because I think is the download artwork? The download for the mats
Yes.
and layers, is it artwork?
Yes.
So if you want to do it out of other papers, just measure it and just keep a note of what mats and layers you need. In fact, what I would do is make one of these just out of basic card, just inexpensive card, make it, and then write all your measurements on there and keep it as a template, if you like. Or you could write your measurements on your templates with
Yes.
the Sharpie pen.
Yeah.
And keep those on for your mats and layers.
because they're nice basic shapes, aren't they?
Well,
it's not
yeah.
like they're complicated
Squares
shapes.
and rectangles, aren't
Yeah,
they?
exactly. You could be doing those. There we go. So you can see I've now got this on here. So let's just put these last ones. So there is mats and layers for this. I think it's 2 for this one. I am actually going to just go with my glue with that, just because I don't trust myself. There is actually a second one, but it got so thin that I was like, actually, I quite like it just in the orange, just in the one colour. So I'm just going to go like that. There we go. And I'm just going to pop that on there. And again, I'm trying to make sure, can you see how I've lined it up here? So I get that really professional look. Then I can come back onto my tape here. I'm not doing any extra embellishments on this because otherwise we'd still be here gone 6 o'clock and we wouldn't be able to get to Mel's Minecraft Studio show. But I just wanted to show you how easy it is to put together. And it's so much fun. The fact that, yeah, I saw this and I thought, yeah, this is what I want to put out there, but I didn't want to dictate it so much that there was only one way that you could decorate it, you know, or create it, configure it. You can change it up as much as you want. And I do think putting the black around the edge really, really seals it.
It
stops
frames
it. Frames it.
It stops the human eye going off the edge.
Yeah.
It's the difference between going out and buying a print and blue tacking it on your wall, going out and buying a print and a mount, or going out buying a print, a mount and a frame. It's complete. It's night and day. And I've done that for years. Just go around with the chisel end of an alcohol marker. Try and use a chisel end because it makes it much easier. If you try and use a bullet end, it's not as simple. But when you've got something, and you'll see it when you look at it, it's just like matting and layering, but faux. And it really does make it, especially when you've got patterns like that where they go off the edge of the paper, you need to stop the eye, and that's a really good way of doing it. You'll see I've done that on all the ones that I've done for Scan and Cut tomorrow.
Yeah. Once you get used to doing it, it
it's
doesn't
easy.
take long at all,
No,
does it?
it's easy. You've just got to do it with confidence.
Yeah. So there we go. We're nearly there. And then I'll show you how. Now, the band that fits round the middle, I'm just going to turn that round. Sorry, I know you can't see that very well. Let me just.
Now, the mats and layers that Corinne's used on the inside, she's now using on the outside. So you could put the back on as well.
Yeah, you could. But what you've got to remember is every time you've added on a matten layer, you've added on a little bit more bulk. So we have the band with the score lines on, and it was initially designed for the band to go round to the back. Oops. But I found that once it got all the mats and layers on, it got that's going on. That is actually going on today. It's quite tight. So what I've been doing is I've been doing it round to the front so that I can make it a little bit looser. And then I've been putting this one straight over there, and you can't really see it, and I think it just looks really nice. Or you've got individual ones for round the back if you want. So I'm just going to, what I tend to do is I like my sewing clips for doing things like this. I would put a little bit of wet glue because I want to be able to manipulate it. If you wanted, you could use your tape. I want to put that on there. Then I'm just going to grab that, just like that. Make sure it's lined up. There we go. And that one. Then I'm going to slide it off. There we are. That'll be nearly stuck in a minute. There we are. That's held that. And then I can put this on. Now if I put this on with, can I get, I can just get my 1 inch on there. That's really handy because that is going to add even more support to the front. And can you see I've got a very slight curve just to take account of all of those mats and layers. And that will then pop on to there and hold that, and that will then slide. That's going that way, so let me put that one that way round because that's the way my paper looks to go, and then I can slide that back onto there, and there we have our finished card. Isn't that absolutely fantastic? Now it's the versatility, it's the control. So I made that one like that, which is very, very similar to this one with the gilded collection. Beautiful. Or you could be doing it without that long panel. So I've used 3 of the size 2 panels in that one. Or you could be using it, I took the strip off the front and then I just stopped at 3 panels on the inside but had the front as a gatefold. I'm sure when you get this home and start having a play, you will find so many more options, so many more configurations, but that was just me having a go, and that's where I got to.
Lovely. Right, shall we have a recap?
I think we should.
Corinne, you get packed up and go. We've only
Oh,
got
thank
a few
you.
minutes. She's got to get home before her husband goes out. Right, let's have a look at this. Of course we weren't doing 5 o'clock, were we? But everything happened this morning. Everybody's really glad that we're back though, so are we. I proper missed you today. It's been a bit like, I mean, I've had more time to craft and get ready for tomorrow, but I've really missed you all. I was proper looking forward to Makeover Monday. What we're going to do is put those shows in as and when we can. What do you think about 5 o'clock? Do you think it might be a good idea? Let us know whether you like it or not. I don't mean instead of course. Right, shall we talk about this? This is our brand new Craftmaster card shape for you, but what I love about this one is you can make it your own. You can add lots of different small layers, you can add the bigger layers, you can make it your own, and I love that. I don't want to just buy a card shape and it does that. I like to go a little bit further with it, as you can probably imagine. So if you are somebody that loves to go into your craft room with flat pieces of card and come out with something that's dimensional and kinetic, something that's going to stand out on the mantelpiece from everybody else's cards, then this is for you. It's really cool. You could also use it in your scrapbook pages, in your journals, in your art journals, all that kind of thing as an extra pop-up. Because the lines aren't cut in and designed by a graphic designer because you cut them out and put them where you want within that card, you can use this bit for all sorts of different cards. It doesn't have to be with this. In fact, Corinne, can you just pass me one of these cards?
I'll pass you them all. You
Thank
have them all
you.
back.
I was thinking about doing this as well. I mean, I know this one is actually decorated, but there's nothing to stop you having it like that as a card, is there? So that gets glued inside your card base, and then when you fold it down, it all just folds in like that. It's something a little bit different, and I like that. But you can have 2 of those, you could have 4 of those, you could have 6 of those. You make it the way that you want to make it, which I think is really, really cool. So if you would like it as physical templates that get sent out to you, we cut these in-house, so we put on here what the name of the piece is, what the score is it a valley, is it a mountain. You've also got the name on here, Hidden Folds card, so you can put it into your binders, into your wallets, and keep it all safe. This is your largest pop-up, that's your medium one, and that's your smallest one. And then you've got the band that goes around the middle. Shop stencils, $7.99 is going to get you that set of stencils. Now, if you would prefer it as SVG files for your scan and cut, we can absolutely do that as well. And I'll tell you what we'll do as well tomorrow. We'll go into Canvas Workspace and change the perforation lines to score lines, because I know a lot of you prefer a score line than a perforation line. So you're going to get your card base, your folded panel 1, folded panel 2, folded panel 3. We're going to make this wider, we're going to make this narrower, and we're going to make this so that you can have happy birthday, best wishes, lots of love, all sorts on it. I've been playing around with it today. I haven't had a nice day. I'm just going to say it the way it is. For those of you that don't know, some absolute, not going to swear, idiots decided last night to pull up the grate outside, cut all the phone wires to all the business park, and then come back a couple of hours later, cut a hole into the side of the wall in the quad bike place further up the business park, and they still didn't get anything out of it because the warehouse was that full they couldn't get anything out. So we came in this morning to no Wi-Fi. It wasn't Wi-Fi. They cut through all the blinking wires. So I haven't had a nice day because I've been cross. But we're back, and it's giving you an extra, well, it's giving you 5 o'clock tonight, isn't it? Yeah, it's been a bit of a day, but what it has done is give me a little bit more time to play around with this. So tomorrow, when we do our scan and cut shows at 8, 12 and 6, we've got this on. We've also got family favourites, and we've got a moment of peace, which is beautiful. I think that's what we need today, a moment of peace, right? And we're going to work with this. We're going to do something different with a moment of peace, but with this I'm going to do it so that when you open it out you've got all the little tabs and it all says happy birthday on it. It's really cool actually. So it's given me a little bit more time to do that, which is good. So shop SVG, it's only $4.99, and we'll show you tomorrow how you can mix it up, and I think that will give you lots of inspiration. Also, Diana's done a new download that we're going to put on there, and it's quite nice for masculine birthdays, which will be really cool as well. So make sure that you tune in tomorrow because we've got lots of goodies, which is I'm very excited about. So if you'd like that, shop SVG, it's $4.99. You can resize it if you've got a 12 by 24 inch mat. But I'm also thinking what we could do is split the shape on one of the perforation lines. So split it, put a tab on it, and then you can make it longer as well. So it's entirely up to you how we do it, but we'll play around with that tomorrow. Always makes more sense when I show you. Barbara Walton says, question, what is that beautiful bright orange, red, yellow card, please? Well, funnily enough, Barbara, I think we've got some new card on tomorrow. On the scan and cut shows, I spotted it. Didn't even know we had it. Spotted it on the poll tonight. I was like, oh, we've got 12 by 12 cardstock in. I think that will be a good one for you tomorrow. I think you get 50 sheets for $27.99 before you discount, and it's 12 by 12. And do you know what? It's interesting, isn't it? Because there's a preconceived idea, or there used to be, I don't know whether there still is, a preconceived idea about 12 by 12 being for scrapbooking. Well, yes, you can do if you want to. But if you think about an A4 piece of card, you can't get a 6 by 6 card blank out of it. You can get 2 out of a 12 by 12. you can get one 6x6 card front out of an A4. You can get 4 out of a 12x12. So tune in for that as well. 30 seconds left. Is that all?
Yeah.
When's that gone? Yes, we're live.
Oh wow, I just came in to say hello.
Oh, come on, say hi then.
Well, you've got 20 seconds.
Got 20 seconds.
Hello. I just wanted to say hello, everybody. I'm going to my painting class, but thank you for bearing with us while we came back live again. You've all been amazing.
They're all relieved that we're back.
So am I.
They're all right, thank goodness.
Not-
We're back.
Not as relieved as I am.
Absolutely. So Barbara, tune in tomorrow. Oh dear, yes, Julie, it's been a bit of a day today, but we've got through it. We're all right. Nobody's hurt. I'd like to get hold of those idiots that did that. Anyway, we're going next door to be with Diane. Nice and calm. Minecraft studio for an hour.